Once upon a time, there lived a kind and compassionate king named Mahajanaka. He ruled his kingdom with fairness and justice, and his people loved and respected him. However, despite his good deeds, the king found that he was constantly plagued by bad luck and misfortune. He couldn't understand why he, who had lived a virtuous life, was made to suffer so. One day, the king decided to seek the advice of the Buddha. He traveled to the Buddha's kingdom and asked him, "Why do bad things happen only to good people like myself?" The Buddha replied, "King Mahajanaka, in your past lives, you have accumulated a great deal of good karma. But as you have done good deeds, you have also created enemies. It is the result of those enemies' bad karma that is now being inflicted upon you." The king was confused. "But how can that be? I have done nothing wrong to deserve this suffering." The Buddha explained, "Suffering is not a punishment for wrongdoing, but a natural result of the actions of all beings. It is like the rain that falls from the sky, it does not discriminate between the good and the bad. It simply falls on all without distinction. It is up to us to learn from our suffering and use it as a means to grow and become a better person." The king was enlightened by the Buddha's words and understood that suffering is a part of life and that it is not something that is inflicted upon us by a higher power, but rather a result of our own actions. He returned to his kingdom and ruled with even more compassion and wisdom, knowing that suffering is not the end, but a means to an end. And so, the king was able to find peace and contentment in his life, despite the hardships he faced. He knew that by facing his suffering with courage and wisdom, he could overcome it and become a better person.